Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Yeah, started with okay. yeah, yeah. Well, this is brand new episode of another Shitty Opinion podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Bree, and my guy Dev in the back.
Yo.
And just like all other episodes, we're just gonna jump right in. My other host, favorite artist, Bree with Beyonce, my guy Dev with Hov.
Right.
They just made a big purchase. The biggest private purchase in California history. They dropped $200 million on a home, which is dope. But what really shocked me is it's the second biggest purchase in America. An apartment in New York City went for like $280 million. I was like, God damn. That apartment must be crazy. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But back to the whole Beyonce. They just flexing their money. So I'm about to say, did they purchase something like their first home they purchased in California was like also another big purchase as well?
I mean, everything they do is big. So regardless of it be a home, whether it be cars, whether it be business, whether it's performances, they don't do anything on a normal type of scale. So whenever you see their names in the headlines, because they really, J&B for the most part be quite quiet with their purchasing power and business moves. Like you hear about shit, but they ain't just like tabloid where it's like, oh, look what they just did, or look what, like, you don't really hear that much, although we know collectively they have billions of dollars worth of shit. But I mean, it's a house. I really don't care. It'd be dope to get a tour of that house to see like what's inside of it. To like, this is when you need those episodes of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, like
MTV Cribs.
Yeah, MTV Cribs type. That's when you need to see that shit, just so we can have a sense of what they purchased. Because hearing about it and seeing it like on the outside, it look like cool. It's like a big ass California mansion, like a lot of them we see. But what's so special about this one that makes it the market price so high? So that's all I care about.
I'm not gonna lie, that probably looks crazy inside. I probably got like a panic room, a safety bunker, probably got all types of shit in that crib.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's some shit that I'm sure they probably got in all of their homes. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that apartment that you talking about got that. I need to see something that's not what I would expect from any other home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
for it to be the record purchase, what makes
that's what I'm saying. Like, what's in there to make this be like, you ain't gonna see this in any other millionaire's home.
It's Jay and Beyonce, they in the home. That's what you ain't never gonna see in the millionaire's home.
No, to make Jay and Beyonce purchase the home, what made them say this in particular will make me pay this price? That's what I'm trying to say.
Like, you gonna come off 100 mil, I'm gonna come off 100 mil. We're gonna put 100 mils together and get this crib.
Yeah, we're willing to pay this. Like, of course, Jay and Beyonce could buy anything, but for this to be so highly acclaimed, what's in this house that makes it stand out? Maybe it's so expensive they can't share. I don't know. Maybe it's so exclusive. Maybe it's so exclusive they like, yo, we can't even tell y'all. If we gotta tell y'all, we gotta kill you. Some shit. I don't know.
Shit. I want to say who owned the house previously before them.
Wasn't it the leader of the Klan?
You said the leader of the what?
The Klan. That dude that just recently died. The guy that was the head of the KKK.
It wasn't him.
That is crazy. I thought he was about to say like a whole music group or like some label.
Listen, I'm excited for them.
It's dope.
You barely hear them ever buying property or buying anything. So to see that they're buying this, I mean, I want to see where their money's going at. I'm the type of person that when you are a billionaire, I want to see where your money's going. I like to see where the money's going because that to me is like, so you just a billionaire and you don't spend nothing? That shit irritates me. Like Kanye. So Kanye just a billionaire. We don't see shit Kanye spend on. Tell me the last thing you seen Kanye spend money on.
Some rubber boots and shit.
Yeah, like shoes that like look like the ground and shit. Like I don't want to see that. So I like that. I like that we see where J and B are literally spending their money.
Yeah, I just want to see what it look like on the inside.
They ain't gonna show you.
Yeah, of course they're not gonna show. But even then, they don't have to do nothing to it yet. I just want to see what the land looks like for them to pay that amount of money for them to be like, this is the purchase we want. I just want to know what made them say this is the one.
I just don't believe they're gonna really live there now that people know that they bought them.
I don't know. They gonna live there.
I don't
You
think
think,
so.
you think anybody gonna get within 3 miles of that?
They just gonna have a secret service around them. But they gonna get close.
Yo, you gonna be someone's gonna be on a bike or on a car 3 miles away.
Exactly.
Somebody's gonna roll up on them like, yo, you know where you at? Huh?
Exactly. Like, excuse me, can I help you? Can I help you? Why are you over here and shit? Like that shit gonna be like, remember on Crazy Rich Asians where it don't show up on the map and shit. Like if you was to look for it, like if you put it in a tracker or Google Maps, that won't come up. I believe like that's how it's gonna be. Like
Yeah.
you gonna have to put the longitude and latitude to find it and shit.
True. I'm just saying.
You know what's crazy? Kanye bought the person that architect the house that they bought. Kanye bought one of their homes.
You said what, John?
The guy who designed the home that Jay-Z and Beyonce purchased, he also has another home that he designed in Malibu, and that was the one that Kanye bought in 2021 for $57.3 million.
So the guy, is he just designing houses and living in them, or he just designing houses?
He was designing. Well, that they said in this article, it said the house was originally for Bill Bell Jr., who's the heir to a soap opera fortune. His parents created The Young and the Restless and the Bold and the Beautiful.
Okay.
So their fortunes from the soap opera TV. You know, majority of those soap operas has been going for like 60 years almost.
Forever.
They've been people's grandparents, great grandparents who've been watching that shit.
When they were young.
And so that's where they said it was originally built. The home was originally built for him. I don't know if he lived in the home or whatnot, but it said it took.
Shit was probably a set.
Probably was.
Shit probably was that ass a set.
It took 15 years to build that home.
That shit probably was a set. Where they had different rooms set up, like different. This a hospital on this wing. This part looked like a motherfucking cafe. This is the bedroom. Like that shit probably looked like a whole soap opera set where every area of the house looked like you done went to a different location.
God damn, but yeah, it took 15 years to build.
Different type of money, man. Different
Definitely,
type of money.
Different.
Handshakes, man. Handshakes.
Yeah, you gotta go work on that handshake.
Listen, y'all laughing. Y'all fucking laughing. But I promise you, once we create a handshake and we like, y'all gonna be like, oh shit, Bree was right. Sabrina was right. Like, cause I'm telling y'all, all famous and all like
successful,
rich Black couples have a handshake.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be a certain kind of handshake. Y'all can make fun of
y'all can create one.
John, that handshake gonna take C2 off. C2 gonna be the next best thing as soon as we make a handshake.
You making jokes and I'm being serious.
I am too. Fuck hard work. Fuck financial literacy.
I-
It's all about that good old handshake.
That good old handshake.
When you go for an interview, what do they tell you? What do they tell you?
Shaking hands.
You hand the way you shake that the interviewer's hand, it shows your character.
Oh yeah, that's the pre-COVID days. I doubt there's any contact nowadays.
Yeah, motherfuckers barely want to touch each other now.
That was the old way of thinking.
When I went to my interview for this job, it was after COVID, and he shook my hand.
But yeah, old school nigga.
Right.
Their generation ain't shaking on hands. Hi, head nod.
And that's the problem. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well,
But shout out to B and J.
Yeah,
Just being the bosses that they are. You know?
I love Beyonce.
And I love Jay-Z.
That's why this topic
Oh
was
yeah,
perfect.
you saw Jay-Z and some other white folks. They try to put some casinos in Times Square.
Yeah, I was gonna say I seen that. They're trying to build a casino on 42nd Street. You know how
Yeah.
crazy that'd be?
I wouldn't go, but do
You know how much traffic will be in that casino?
We think Times Square traffic is bad now. That
They
shit
make
gonna
money,
be like,
but god damn.
bro, that shit gonna be like China.
No, I'm not gonna lie, they definitely gonna make it like some type of requirement. Like it's not gonna be one of those casinos where you're gonna just be able to walk in.
Of course not. I'm just saying the traffic is going to create in Times Square. You don't have to be at the casino, but the fact that people are around it, people are going to come around it because that's going to be the spot to be. You're going to have stories of celebrities and exclusive people going to this casino and shit where everybody's going to be waiting out trying to see somebody.
That's crazy. No, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it'll be dope. It'll be definitely dope if they could do that in Times Square. But shit,
I'm not a gambling person, but I would definitely be out there waiting for Taraji P again.
Taraji broke ass ain't gonna be there.
That would definitely be a celebrity hotspot. Anybody
Why are you dissing her like that?
I'm joking.
That would be a celebrity hotspot. I'm not gonna lie. There'll be a lot of celebrities in there.
Yeah,
that's what I said. It's not gonna be one of those.
Take it back on the pod, right?
Said I'm just playing.
Sorry, Taraji P. Just in case this reach you after we do our handshake. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Johnny. Go ahead.
Yeah, that shit is gonna be an exclusive shit. It's gonna be difficult. Probably gonna have to pay an arm and a leg to get in. But since your dad brought it to New York, that shit gonna help New York fucking sink, man. NYC is sinking.
I think that's true.
That's possible.
It's possible. We are New York is Manhattan, especially is an island.
No, I get that, but wouldn't it have been sink with all the buildings that were before?
I mean, I would say it's been sink.
There's way more buildings now. It's probably a process that's just started off to.
Right, that's what I'm saying. After time, buildings continue to go up. New York being a melting pot, so population goes up, and it being on ultimately on the sea because it's supposed to be an island. I can see it potentially sinking at some point. We see when we get rain, how fucking flooded it gets certain times now and shit. So, hey, a matter of time, like you see global warming, you see the polar ice caps. Why wouldn't New York or the rest of the world be affected by all the climate change and things geographically happening every day? So,
I don't know. I just don't see it.
It says the sea level is going to rise 8 inches to where'd it go? 8 inches to 30 inches by 2050.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Just like the climate change is affecting every fucking thing. We didn't even have a winter.
It was beautiful, wasn't it?
John, we didn't have a winter.
It was jacket weather the whole.
There was no winter.
Out of the past 10 winters, I feel like a good 70% of them has been solid. Like they ain't freezing,
bro.
We didn't get no snow.
At least, and that's what I'm saying. At least the last couple of years, you get that 1 week where it's just like blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't even get that shit this year.
We wore jackets.
Bro, nigga, I wore a knit sweater all winter.
Oh, we did. It was like 1 or 2 days that was like
1 or 2 days where I had to pull my
cold out.
my puffer out. Bro, it was no winter. It's been fucking, the winter time was 50s degrees, 40s, 50 degrees and shit.
Mm-hmm.
The world is changing. So I can see over a course of time, New York ain't the only New York. Everything else is melting around us and shit. Sea levels going up everywhere but New York. Fuck out of here. 50.
My question is
2050. Yes.
Listen, my question is, if it sinks, how Johnny gonna get off the island? Get off.
Johnny already fucked because he on that little island anyway.
No, I'm good. Well, shit, if shit sinks, the water might overtake me too. The water might rise
like
up.
I said, Johnny already on a deserted island.
Right.
He fucked. He ain't got no boat.
No boat.
I'm connected to Queens, so I'll
I'm
be
pretty-
all right.
I'm pretty sure he can't swim.
I
pretty
could
sure you
swim.
can.
That's crazy. I could swim.
John,
I used to be a
What?
lifeguard.
you was a
Back in the day.
lifeguard?
I wouldn't fucking trust Johnny with my life.
I was
Oh, shit.
certified. I was certified lifeguard.
How long ago was that?
Listen,
John?
I'll say the late 2000s.
Okay, because it was before us.
Yeah,
No,
before college. My shit expired while I was in college. While I was in
Yeah, Johnny. No, John. I remember Johnny telling stories of him being a lifeguard when I got to college.
I don't remember that.
my shit expired. The lifeguard license is every 3 years, and first aid and CPR you have to renew it every
2
year.
years.
You know,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that
I
time
remember-
it was
Yes.
one.
It's 2 years. CPR and AED.
No, I'm saying, but when I got my shit, it changed.
Oh, every year.
It was every year. I had to go and.
I
yeah,
remember
recertify.
Johnny saying that he was a lifeguard, but here's the thing: I wouldn't trust Johnny with my life.
Nah, because I was gonna say a lot of niggas can swim, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas can swim, but when it comes to like large bodies of water.
I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Devin gonna be a widow.
John, John, you went snorkeling when we was in DR, right?
Well, I don't think it was snorkeling. We did the shit where they just threw us in the middle of the water. I don't know. It was we went to the reef.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't do that shit. I tried, but I got back on the boat.
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I touched that water, bro, it went in my mouth. That shit was salty. So I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, and that shit hit me in the face. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I was the first one off the boat.
I ain't that great of a swimmer.
I'm not gonna lie, to this day, I think about that shit all the time. I'm like, yo, what if I was the first person off the boat and Jaws would have just came up like, oh shit, look at that right there.
Fresh meat.
Like, oh yeah.
Are they throwing nuggets in the water?
Yeah, like fresh off the boat. I think about that
Appetizers?
shit every other day because there was little fishes there. The whole point was to see the little fishes. And
Yeah,
you know what eats those fishes?
Johnny,
I think
Johnny
about
would have
that
been they would have thought he was a dolphin and shit.
Right.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. If I would have saw a fin, holy shit, I probably would have had a heart attack.
Well, thank God it wasn't my nieces or nephew off the boat first. It was you.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think about that shit the whole like. I was like, oh yeah, it's lit. I'm about to just go in the water. I get in the water, I start to think about it, but like
John, I forgot what type of body of water I'm in and shit.
He is like, yo, something come get me. I'm looking at the little fishes swimming. The dudes that was like, driving the boats, like, oh, the fishes. At first it was a little hard to see, like the water was a little blurry.
Right.
But then I seen the fishes. But yep. Where the prey is, there's surely predators in the wing waiting.
Facts.
But shit, I don't know, man. NYC sinking. If this island does make sense, so that's just me. I guess they're just gonna have to chill out with these buildings, or they're just gonna have to start knocking buildings down to build buildings
And create better sewer systems.
That too. Shit, instead of making them shit so tall, just make the buildings a little more wider.
Yeah, true. That's true. Cover more ground where it's not just one space penetrating a particular area, weighing down on one area, spreading.
They're like, yo, we about to build a residential. We about to put 45 floors in this bitch.
Facts. 45 floors, 50 different apartments and shit on each floor.
Yeah. So all that weight is bound to count for something.
Yeah, exactly. Over time, although. Hopefully by then, my
Yeah, fuck it.
My
We can start building. You know,
my savior
NYC
that
could be
came and got me
Atlantis.
already.
Yeah, they could be Atlantis. Built a little bubble above it and live under the water. That'd be lit.
Yeah, you do that, John.
You know how fire that'd be?
Nah, I'm not with it.
Process of leadership would probably be. Nah, that shit'd be fire. That's some dumb shit though. But
I'm good. I can't swim.
If Atlantis was real, y'all want to visit Atlantis?
Hell no. There's a reason why it sunk.
Yeah, but it was a reason. And that shit didn't even have the shit that it didn't have half the population or the buildings
Right.
And that shit sunk. Right?
So a matter of time.
God damn. I just thought about that. Yeah, that's not good.
That's a matter of time and shit, bro.
But apparently people live in Atlantis. Rumor, conspiracy, rumor. So if it was real, Dev, you want to go to Atlantis if it was real?
Look, regardless of the situation, we gotta adapt to whatever the world we live in. I'm not just on intentionally going to a underwater fucking habitat. I don't care that much.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good right here on these on God's green earth.
Okay. But we gonna keep it in NYC. Keep it in NYC. The Prince and Meghan Markle said paparazzi was out here chasing them in NYC for about 2 hours and they almost crashed. The car they was in almost crashed.
Were they driving or was they being chauffeured?
They're being chauffeured.
Fire the driver. Fire the Uber driver.
You said find him? Oh,
fire.
Why?
He cried. He about to crash the Prince and Meghan.
Because the paparazzi was
supposedly chasing them.
Yeah.
But so that's what I'm saying. Like, was they like pushing them to the to the side or anything? Like
they don't give like what they were doing. They just say they were chasing them.
Yeah, they're being chased, and they probably was in the back like, yo, lose them. You know what I'm trying to say? Because if it was, it probably wasn't even Uber driver. It's probably they have a car service.
Oh no, they got a car service.
I doubt they
Secret
take
service.
Uber.
No, it's Secret Service type shit.
Yeah, so even that, the person that was probably protecting was like, oh no, the paparazzi is bugging. But also the mayor did say, NYC, there's cameras everywhere. He said they haven't seen any proof of a 2-hour chase. So
Doesn't it sound a little fishy to y'all?
It's
the same way Diana died.
No, it sound funny to me with Meghan Markle and all the made up shit they be doing. Whereas usually people of their stature, you know how they have the police and shit escort you, and they have like cars around to keep other cars away from you.
Yeah, they have like I forgot what the shit is called. But
I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but yeah, it's the cars that keep other cars away. That way, no one can get close to that one car.
Exactly. So it sounds funny to me, especially with the I felt black shit that Meghan Markle was talking all that bullshit previously. And again, I ain't said Mayor Adams is lying that they don't see any proof of this, but I think it would have been more of a story in New York news if it was like this ongoing chase going on with the Prince and Meghan going on.
I'm not gonna lie. If they was getting chased for 2 hours, someone would have called 911. Shit, they would have passed a cop. If they were speeding, they would have definitely driving around NYC. A cop would have been somewhere around the block. Like,
but that's what I'm saying.
So you agreeing with the mayor?
Yeah, I kind of it kind of sounds funny to me because he's royalty, and so I'm trying to think of what that's called when they have like the escort, but he's royalty, and so they usually have that that train where it's like the police and then it's like the
But they
car.
don't have that no more because they're not paying for that no more.
Remember,
but
he denounced.
Yeah, he did. Right, he did denounce his
whatever he
his
was.
kingship or whatever and shit. I just think they lying. Fuck it. I'm just saying. I think she lying. I think he lying. They trying to have another Oprah Winfrey moment, Gail moment and shit. I don't believe him.
Oh shit! He just said the prince is lying.
I think they might be exaggerating a little.
Yeah,
bit.
at least exaggerating.
Like 2 hours is crazy in NYC. Getting chased, bro. A biker fucking around almost get hit by one of them driving around.
And traffic ain't that good. Traffic ain't that clear for you to get chased anyway.
Yeah, for 2 hours.
Motherfuckers will see that shit like, yo, what's going on? Traffic be bad as fuck anyway. So maybe they exaggerate. I ain't gonna say they lying. They exaggerating a little bit.
Oh, you heard? It's called a convoy. It's a group of vehicles, typically motor vehicles or ships, traveling together for mutual support and protection. A convoy.
Right. So again, he did denounce his kingship or royalty or whatever it's called. So he probably don't get the convoy anymore, but he does have money. They are wealthy. And so even if he's not giving it by the queen or whatever, I would think he has the money to do so. But if not, I just don't believe Chase will go on for 2 hours and it not be more of a headline in American news.
But it was a headline.
More of a headline.
It would have
in
probably
American news.
Like if there was like video footage that came with it, oh my god, that should be all over the news.
And that's what I'm saying. See, like CNN, all those big news coverage, it wasn't like and again, for it to be going for 2 hours, I would think there would be some type of footage of it. Because paparazzi, not only do they have cameras, but them motherfuckers be in helicopters too. And then they ass will turn on each other and be like, they will report paparazzi chasing Meghan and the king or prince or whatever he is and shit. Like everybody wants a story. And I don't think it's been enough. I don't think it's been enough to believe really, based on living in New York, knowing how bad traffic is, that they got chased for 2 hours. There hasn't been any real footage of this high-speed chase. I think they were being a little bit paranoid, and he probably did tell his driver, ditch that car that he thought was following them and shit, and they made some unsafe moves, and that ultimately led to them possibly getting hurt. But I think it's being exaggerated a bit.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Definitely think so. Definitely think so. But hey, hopefully they probably did get chased. I don't think they got chased for 2 hours, but happy they're safe. Nothing catastrophic took place, and no innocent bystanders ain't get injured.
Right, facts.
And happily, everybody is good. Now let's get into Elon Musk. Elon Musk says working from home is a moral issue. Do y'all agree or disagree with his statement?
What do he mean by that though?
Like in the clip, he basically said firefighters don't get to work from home. People that work and repair your homes don't get to work from home. He's basically saying it's like a moral issue. He feels like I don't think it's a moral issue, but in his eyes, he feels like just as much as everybody else that has to leave their home and get up and work, everyone else should be able to do the same thing.
Yeah, again, how does it affect morality? So it depends. Again, working from home is the same as working remote. Like that's all when motherfuckers say I'm working from home, ultimately it's working remote. And there's a lot of fields that allow you to work remote. Some motherfuckers might like going into, an office or a cubicle to do work that they can ultimately do remote. And that's cool for them. But whether you home, whether you at a coffee shop, it's a lot of jobs that allow you to work remote, especially in the industry that he works in, when it comes to electronics and shit like that, all of that work don't need to be done in no office building. So how the effects on our moral compass, I don't know, because again, certain jobs require certain
certain jobs
things.
require certain aspects of to do.
Yeah, exactly. So unfortunately, in the space that he works in, everything he does can be done remote.
So here's my question: before COVID, was as a lot more people now working from home than they were prior to COVID?
Right, because COVID exposed that a lot of the work we were doing in the office can still go on at home.
Yeah, but I think what he's trying to say, I don't think the word moral compass is right, but what I think he's trying to say is that it builds teamwork. It builds office space where you got to work with your coworkers in a sense where you had no choice but to team build and work together. Now working at your house and you working at your house, there's no team building.
See, and that goes based on the field, because there are jobs that remotely that you work from home and you're by yourself, but there are also remote jobs in the industry that he works in that you might not see the person in the physical, but y'all still on these fucking Zooms, on these teams.
But Zoom is not the same as if you was in person with someone.
I'm saying it still accomplishes.
Yeah, we still getting a task done.
It's still the job. If there's a job that need to be done, they all go to their computers to do it. Now the talking part is now done virtually, but all the work that they still do is still done on a computer, which can be done from anywhere in the world. They don't say nothing when they hire. He ain't talking about morale when he's hiring fucking offshoring, when they getting these people from fucking Bangladesh and Middle East to do these jobs.
Again, I think the moral compass word is wrong, but I do believe that now they taken away from being in the office. It does kind of make you a lazy person. It does keep you from exercising. It does keep you from doing the daily things. It does keep you from going into an office and being more of a sociable butterfly. I've seen a lot of times people talking about working from home and they're like, well, I wake up that last minute to get to my table and clock in. It doesn't give you the structure that your body would normally do if you was working at an office. And it's a lot more people doing this now.
Yeah, again, if the work wasn't able to be done from remote, then motherfuckers would be at their offices. But unfortunately, COVID exposed a lot of industries.
But I'm not saying you keep saying work. I'm just saying it doesn't make you. Again, it doesn't give you a structure. It doesn't help that you're in front of a computer all day. At home, it doesn't give you the time to really exercise and move and walk about and do this and do that. Like,
I'm pretty sure he don't care as long as the task is being done. He said all that morale shit, but as long as him being the billionaire that he is, I'm pretty sure he cares more about the bottom line than he does morale. That's why he fired all the motherfuckers at Twitter. Motherfuckers at work, he got rid of their ass. Ain't got nothing to do with it. As long as the work is being done, I don't know what type of high horse he trying to be on, because again, he's a smart man. He's a fucking genius. And as long as his work is being done, I'm pretty sure he don't care who comes into office, as long as they are reaching those whatever tasks and objectives that need to be done. Those quotas, all that extra shit he talking means nothing. And like I said, most jobs are either done by computers now, whereas when we talk about morale, fucking most jobs is being done electronically anyway. And for two, offshoring. Most American jobs have been already taken by people in these third world countries because they're able to pay them less don't have to pay for insurance, all the shit that you have to pay for an American worker. So you talking about morale, nigga, let's do better for American workers to make them want to come in. Because again, competing with computers and competing with offshoring, Americans all want to be their own business, be their own owners anyway, because they can't compete. And niggas like Elon Musk, half his fucking probably half of his employees is offshore.
No, but
Cars ain't made in America and shit. Pieces come from all over the world. So all that shit, it sounds like he on some moral high horse. But the way that the industry works, nobody is physically at an office, and if so, a lot of American jobs don't even belong to Americans anymore. So if you're gonna talk, let's start there. How about start building workshops in places in America and stop going overseas and building these factories and shit, because you know you can get it cheaper and pay lower wages. How about start there? If you want to talk about moral compass and shit.
As long as people's working and getting the job done, it shouldn't even be a conversation.
Sounds good though.
I'm saying if it's like a debate of efficiency and like the work is being done, but it's not efficient enough or not the best work, and that's a different conversation. Like if you just getting the work done is not good, then that's a different conversation. But
yeah, right, like you said, if they can prove that due to the moral compass declining because people are not socially together anymore, the quality and efficiency of work has declined, then you can say, okay, maybe we need to stop the offshoring and stop the remote work to get people together so they can build off each other. And
when you say offshoring, you basically say immigrants.
Offshore, no, immigrants, they're immigrants. You could be an immigrant in America. I'm saying offshoring is when you take jobs from one country and take it over to another country to provide service in the country that you live in.
But people have been doing that for ages.
Exactly.
And so that was before COVID. That's going to be after COVID. What I'm saying to you is that hasn't changed. That is not, again, you're bringing that up, but that is not, the companies and business owners have done that for centuries. Right. We're talking about centuries. So him talking about the moral compass of working at home has nothing to do with companies using offshore or people in different countries to make business. Nothing from here has been made here. We've always used offshore factories and offshore companies to benefit so that we can, so that the company owners can benefit of less cost.
Right.
That is not an issue. The issue, I think, here is the fact that a lot of workers, and I know a lot of people who stay home at work, again, the efficiency is not the same because you're not in the office. So all those memes and all those things that you see on TikTok and Instagram, they are real. These people wait for the last minute to wake up. They cut it at 5, or they do it at this, or they do this, and they take longer breaks, and they doing that, and they clocked in, but they're not really clocked in, and they do it because it's easier to do to manipulate the system.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what information do we have that states their work that the actual bottom line has declined?
What information do we have that it has escalated and made the business better?
We don't have any. So we don't have so goes back to
because
talking about stuff that's not even a conversation.
But because we don't own business, right? So we don't own a business, but I'm pretty sure if we owned a business, Devin, and our workers was working at home, we have the right to say, listen, their moral compass is not there at this job.
If our financial statements and our business model is still being met, and the people can do the job from home, nobody is bitching about morale if the task is.
He's talking on his businesses, and we don't know if his businesses are meeting their quotas due to his people being at home.
So that's what I'm saying. He's never saying that. He never come out and said yeah, exactly. He's not using what you're saying as an example. That's why I said if he was to come out or anybody was to prove, due to remote work, the quality of these companies, Blasey, has declined, then you have an actual conversation to say, well, maybe, just maybe, that this is affected by the effects of remote work. But if your bottom line is the same, and all you're talking about is morale, let's be honest, as a business owner, you give two fucks about morale as long as your bottom line is being reached and your employees are happy with the wages and the benefits they get from work. All the morale stuff, that's more personal than anything.
Right, but as a business owner, you allowed to say what's personal to you as owning a business. So I feel like if we owned a business and our workers just didn't have the respect, didn't have the charisma or anything, for us to say they don't have the morale to work here, or the humbleness, and it's a personal thing to our business only.
Right.
But it's a right for us to say as owners.
As long as my bottom line ain't affected, be you boo.
But we wouldn't be saying it if it wasn't being affected.
That's what I'm saying. That might be true. Go ahead, John. No, go ahead, John.
No, I'm just saying, I don't think he's saying that because the work is being affected. I think he's saying that because he passionately doesn't like people working from home.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just his landscape of how he sees the market. I don't think he hasn't said that due to these morale issues, due to remote work, I've seen the decline in my businesses or business that I've come across. So until we have information like that, to me, it sounds just like, oh, well, this is your personal feelings about something that has no real effect on the business as a whole. Morale is good. Morale is perfect when you guys are working together. But when you guys are remote, unfortunately, you do what you need to do, and all the memes and stuff, all that stuff can be true. But at the same token, whether I wake up at 8:45 to get to work at 9, or you wake up at 6:30 to get to work at 9, your work is not better than mine because you woke up early, or because you spriteful, or you come to work with all this energy and all that. At the end of the day, what I do at my job, that's all that matters. How I get ready, how I prepare, all that shit means nothing. As long as that bottom line is met, as a business owner, you give two fucks.
But my question to you is, and this is the problem I have, when other people talk as owners and they give advice and they say this, we take it, we receive it, and we like, yes, because we want to be bosses, right? We want to own our own stuff, right? But because he's saying it, we saying who gives him the right to say that? But he's an owner of businesses, and he must have got there somehow, some way. So why we are able to receive criticism or advice from other boss, but when it comes to Elon Musk, everybody's like,
But who's like that? Because Elon Musk is a billionaire.
Right, but even now he's telling you staying at home and working, it's a moral, and you're looking at it as, even though I've heard a lot of business people say working at home is not the best idea, and they said it online. They wouldn't hire somebody who wants to work at home when they have office space.
The owners, the bosses, they all have the right to say, yeah, we're going to hire someone that's going to come into the office and work. But the whole conversation is basically as long as the people who's working, no matter where they're working, they could be working outside, their homes, at the office, park, pool, beach. As long as the work is being done, what is the complaint?
And
if
again,
it's being done efficiently.
Elon he's done a lot, so you can't discredit what he says. But Elon is speaking from a person of privilege, because if you have a business owner, right, You have a office. You got to pay for that. You got to pay for lights. You got to pay the rent or own. Now, you have to pay your employees. All those costs don't change. However, if the work is remote, you ain't paying for this office space. Those costs no longer affects you. Elon Musk, who I'm sure paying for an office space, nigga just brought Twitter, means nothing to him. He's a billionaire. But for a lot of business owners, the remote work for a lot of times works for them financially.
So what about those owners who have a job that some employees have to be in the office?
We're not talking about them.
And some employees who could be at home and work, and the employees who want to be at home and work, now you're paying half an office space. I mean, you pay for a whole office space, but only half the workers are there. You are talking about them. You're talking about the people whose job is eligible to work at home, so they don't have to be in the office.
Yeah, but when you gotta be honest with this shit, because if you buy an office space and you got 20 employees, 10 of the employees you got, they work can be done for at home. Do you think you buying an office or rent an office that covers that 20? No, you buying an office for the people that needs to be there, and you're gonna have a meeting space.
You talking about business that's starting now? We talking about business.
I'm talking period.
I'm talking about businesses that started before COVID that happened. Then they realized, okay, you 10 don't have to technically be here. Now you renting this office space that you cannot just break a lease on, and you're paying for the full rent, and only 10 people.
Or they say at the end of this lease, I'm going into something smaller because what I realized financially,
right?
This doesn't benefit my company.
But for right now, they can't do that. This is what I'm saying to you. You're thinking, okay, well, I'm
thinking business wise.
But that's not business wise, because a lot of businesses when they sign a lease, it's not a month to month lease when you're signing a business lease.
Right. Yeah, I understand that, but it also at the end of the day boils down to there's jobs that are physical and there's jobs that's not physical. Obviously, the jobs that require like a physical part of the job, you can't do that from home,
right.
until we put the robots in the field, and and you can control the robot from home and have the robot do everything. You just pushing the buttons from the crib. But till then, there's a good portion of jobs that you don't got to do from home. And like Dev said, there's a lot of jobs that you do on the computer that you can literally do from home. I understand your point is the whole be able to go to the office.
I don't even want to say home. I want to keep it at home. It's from anywhere. Yeah, you can do these jobs from anywhere. And that's why you see a lot of business owners now look after COVID, we like looking at the books and saying, yo, we were overpaying because we were paying people to be in this office to come do shit that we can do remotely. They can meet on Zoom. There's other ways for us to do the same stuff and still equate to the same efficiency when it comes to the bottom line.
So what you're saying is now a lot of people is going to get pay cuts because
the work doesn't change. The office changed. The space changed. The work never changed. As long as you're doing the same work, you get the same pay and better.
But you just said I'd be paying people.
We're paying for a space that for people that don't need to be here. Why we continue to pay for this space? That's why you see, again, perfect example, Fashion Nova, and I'm gonna go fashion. Fashion Nova doesn't have a flag store. They don't have a physical store. Why not? Because the business online is so effective, there's no need for a physical store.
But they do have business. They do have office space.
They have an office space, but I'm giving you one example of someone choosing to cut costs by buying. If Fashion Nova was to open actual spaces, they would need to open one in all the major cities, which pays for employees, which pays for space, which pays utilities, which pays insurance. All these costs that they don't have to because the business is so effective.
But they do have Fashion Nova stores.
Fashion Nova?
Yeah, look it up. They do have Fashion Nova stores.
I don't know. I don't know.
Angel, the basketball player, that girl that just won. She just did a promo for a Fashion Nova store.
She can have.
Was it a pop-up shop? Pop-up
yeah,
shop?
because Fashion Nova doesn't have any flagship.
It wasn't
store.
a pop-up shop. It was.
If it was New York, it would be one here in New York, and that shit would be going crazy.
What's her name?
Angel
Reese.
Places like, and I'm just speaking about fashion. That makes no sense for them to open a store where you got to deal with theft. You got to deal with a lot of shit with having an actual physical store. Why do that when you can sell online? Come on, man. This is the way of the world. And unfortunately,
I don't know what it says, but according to this, it says Fashion Nova has a store 653 Elton Avenue, New York, New York.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a fashion store.
Is it an actual store? Is it an office space?
That I can't tell you because I don't know. I'm gonna click on this link and see what it looks like. Just took me the map quad. This shit got 1 star out of 5 stars out of 10 reviews. I don't know. I think this is not what I'm looking for. My honest opinion.
Yeah, they have a bunch of stores in California.
I'll look into that. I've never seen a Fashion Nova store.
I've heard of like people going.
They might have a store. I don't have no knowledge of them having a store, but they definitely have like a warehouse where they store all the clothes.
Yeah, but see, that's totally different. I'm talking
and that's
about
where the physicality comes in. The people gotta pick it up.
I'm talking about a brick and mortar store where people can physically go and shop. Now they might have a warehouse because that's where the clothes are stored to make deliveries and have like Amazon. Amazon don't have a physical store where you can go shop, but they definitely got the warehouses where you.
But Amazon do that store in New York where you can go buy stuff.
Yeah, I'm saying that's the Amazon Express. That's not a full-fledged Amazon store where you can go like on some Walmart shit.
But you're talking about a store, but Fashion Nova, who's an online company, has offices that basically supply for their workers. So if they are online stuff, they don't even need to be there. But Fashion Nova feels like the workers need to be there. And this is what I'm saying to you. I get what you're saying, but if that's the case, Fashion Nova is an online business.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure their office spaces is only for the big bosses, where it's not. I'm pretty sure.
But we don't know that.
I don't know that. I don't know that for sure.
It doesn't matter. They have, but
say what you say, Bree.
Even if it is for the big bosses, those big bosses don't have to be there, and they still got office space. What I'm saying to you is the mindset that we've lost, that we don't need to go to an office, that we can do everything from home. I think, yes, you may not agree with this, but I think at some point has lost its connection to the world. It has now closed you off to this world where all you got to do now is be at home. And it loses that moment of being in the corporate world and being able to meet people that you can climb the ladder or change jobs. You're no longer in those spaces where you can grow because now you at home, just you alone. Nobody's there to see you or see what you're capable of. And
doesn't the work show you what you're capable of?
Sometimes that's not all people see. Sometimes your characteristic, who you are, the atmosphere you bring to the job makes people want to hire you or fire you. Let's just say you didn't work at Lion. It was a home job. How would the principal see, he's amazing with these students?
Based on whatever numbers or principles that they use.
Your personality, Devin, gives you that extra edge, and you know that.
I wish the world was like that.
I'm gonna let you know. I got the job I got now because of my personality.
Because it's a physical job. You can't do your job at home.
Yeah, but okay, Devin.
You can't do your job at home. You can't do my
that's
job at home.
Okay.
Certain jobs.
That's why I said he works in a space where everything can be done from remote.
Okay, so then they don't get to know you as a person. You lose that personal aspect of wanting to get hired, but this is what I believe. I believe what he's saying is kind of correct. When you
Okay.
lose
So
the
you slightly
atmosphere,
agree, and
yeah,
me
I
and
do.
disagree with Elon.
Wholeheartedly, especially with the industry he works in. He don't give a
But
fuck
I
how good of
understand
a
the
person
point.
you is.
I understand the point you're making, but I
I
think
understand it. It ain't realistic to where he is, what industry he works in. If he works in hospitality or he worked at a hospital and they were trying to make these hospital jobs remote, then yes, he can have a conversation about that. But he works in the e-commerce field, whereas everything is already done offshore and already done remote.
Yeah.
So him saying all that, I'm pretty sure
Does he not own Tesla?
yes, and I'm
So
pretty
if
sure
he don't see a salesman
and
on
I'm
the
pretty sure half of his employees are offshore or remote somehow. So it sounds like he on some more.
well, I don't think they will be.
no.
Again, if he
I understand what that's saying. I'm pretty sure we call customer service. If there's a customer service hotline, we ain't talking to
This
somebody
is
working
coming
in
from
America.
let me stop doing that. Let me stop doing that because
But what I'm saying to y'all is that's not fair to say unless you talk about numbers. You don't know his numbers. So unless that's the case, okay. But I don't believe. I personally, a lot of his business now is
e-commerce and
No, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of these companies outsource when it comes to like customer service. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not making
John,
up accents.
you
I'd be
talking about
surprised when
John? You
I feel
talking
like someone that's
John?
from America.
You saying customer service offshore? Period. With the production, nothing is made in America.
That's true.
So that's what I'm saying. Like to have that type of attitude, most of big business is done out of America.
But a lot of his business is done through custom. He's a customer service owner.
No, I was just giving one aspect.
But it's true, Johnny. A lot of his businesses are customer service based. Tesla, Twitter, all this is customer service based.
And most of the time, if you call their customer service, this is America. Most customer service jobs have been offshore. Read something, Google something, because it's cheaper to pay them wages wise, insurance wise. This has been, like you said, it's been done for quite some time now. Mm-hmm. All these jobs are owned and operated offshore because it's cheaper to do so. This is the world economy.
So basically, Dad's point is the bosses, when they try to undercut, get some slick shit in.
Yeah, talking that shit when you
the workers want to work a little
everybody
more.
So when do you take advice from business people then, and then be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do? Because you're making it seem like they do this, they say this shit, fuck that. They don't even believe in it. But then we go to spokespeople and we listen to them talk about bullshit. And this is what they preach.
Yeah, but you don't take everything that everybody says though.
I want you to know, if I owned the business, they would have to be in the business. It would have to be in the office.
Right.
And 100%.
And I hope you will own a business that equates to them being there, because you'll be taking a loss just because you want to see somebody fucking face. That's dumb.
Maybe.
Listen, we just gonna agree to disagree. Bree slightly agrees with Elon. Me and Dad disagree with it being a moral issue, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. And we went, I'm not gonna lie, that might be one of the longest.
Great conversation.
So we have a couple ones that went lengthy for a specific topic. That might be one of them, but let's get into the next thing. A student was suspended for recording her teacher using a racial slur. The teacher ends up quitting, but should have the student been suspended from the school?
I don't know if you watched the whole video. He was explaining he didn't use it against the students. He was basically asking them a question. He was basically saying, why do you guys think it's okay that y'all use that amongst each other when that has always been known to be a
racial slur, a derogatory word?
Right. He wasn't using it against them. He wasn't saying that.
It was an educational conversation, but he just happens to be someone that couldn't use the word.
Right.
So he
Yeah,
ended up, he quit his job. So
I don't think he should have quit. I don't think he should have quit because again, his intent was the right way. But even with the right intent, you don't get a pass for saying derogatory words. So he should, again, a lot of times there are other words you can use to make your example. So although you are trying to make a point, that's like me saying something derogatory or offensive to somebody just to make a point. Like you might still get punched in the face because you know you're not supposed to use it. Now the student being suspended is, I don't believe the student should be suspended either because rightfully so, regardless of you using it in an educational space or you're doing it as a means to teach, there's certain words that you can't say depending on your ethnicity, and you look for other options to make your point. I don't think he should have quit. I don't think the student should have been suspended. Yeah, there should have been some consequences and a conversation had with him. Like
I think she was suspended for using her phone.
Yeah, okay. So, and that's the grounds. If we don't allow you guys to use your phone in school, that's the rules. So basically you get suspended for that. If that's the rules and regulations of the school, then yes, okay, rightfully, you get suspended for that.
Right. He really got suspended for a day, I think, or 2 days. I think we've taken it out of.
He got suspended for context. 3 days, and schools still feel like the suspension was the proper decision.
And they going solely. I don't know the rules and regulations of that school. If that's the rules or regulations in regards to electronics in my program, you're not allowed to have your device. We don't suspend you. We report it to your parents, and then from there.
But if you saw somebody doing something that was wrong, well, not wrong, but if you saw somebody doing something they wasn't supposed to do,
right? We'll confiscate it and give it to the parents. We don't a suspension for electronics. Simply having using an electronic doesn't get you suspended in our program.
I think the problem here is that a lot of schools are not realizing kids are just reporting the same way you can't record children. I think a lot of these schools are saying you can't record teachers just for the safety of that teacher, right? So it has to go both ways. You put that teacher in harm's way the same way you put kids in harm's way when you record them and put them on social media.
Yeah, it's a fine line, honestly.
It says because no, I'm just saying. You want to protect everybody, but it is a fine line because again, the beauty, although it gets abused, the beauty of having personal devices and electronics is you are able. Nobody's safe. You're able to catch people in these heinous moments. So that's the good of it. Now, of course, it's abused where you see people misusing electronics, and that's why I'm saying we have to find that fine line because
I think if a teacher was reporting a child misbehaving and posted it on social media, they would have lost their job within minutes.
Right. That's why I said we gotta find that. We have to find that fine line because honestly, to me, I don't. If in that case that you just gave, if a kid is acting inappropriately and the teacher felt like there's nothing I can do, y'all don't believe what I'm saying, and so I chose to record this child in the act in order for y'all to get me to believe, I agree with that teacher.
I agree with it too, but that doesn't mean they're gonna keep their job.
Right. So that's why I said we have to find that medium because I don't really agree with completely taking away electronics. I just think we have to be more responsible with them. And a situation like this, if the teacher used these words and then it's hearsay, ain't no telling what grows from that. So in those situations, I don't think the teacher be fired, but having that video, you're able to correct the behavior. Right. And that goes the same way with kids. I see it all the time where parents be in disbelief with their kids.
I just feel
I'm able to record kids. I have waivers to record them. So a lot of times when kids act up, I can record them and send it to their parents and say, this is the behavior that they're displaying.
Right, but she didn't send it to the principal. She put it on social media.
No, I was speaking as the what you were just saying about the teacher.
No, what I'm saying to you is why she got suspended. She didn't submit it to the administrative part.
Yeah,
she posted it on social media.
Right. She showed her mother and I think her sister or aunt
Right. And then didn't she posted it to social media?
Yeah,
I'm
and they
pretty sure it's
posted
on
it
social media now.
Right. So again, she didn't do it so that he could get reprimanded. She did it so that the world can reprimand him.
Mhm.
And that's where the suspension comes from.
Yeah, I think the suspension only comes from they rules and regulations probably with electronics. Whatever that school has in regards to electronics, that's probably their sole reason to suspend them, because in no shape or form that child posting on social media somebody saying a derogatory term will ever, no school board will support a suspension for that child because they posted that. But they are able to support it because that child did disregard the rules and regulations for whatever that school is or that school district.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this to say that, again, be mindful of what you say, because again, although you could be saying it or your intent might not be a certain way, but there's certain shit that we can't say depending on your demographic. We all know this. So you don't get a pass because you're doing it in an educational form. Never been. You never get one for that. I'm sorry. That's just the way the world we live in. You have to find other words and other ways to make your point. So yes, that student should get suspended based on the rules and regulations of that school regarding electronics. And that teacher should be reprimanded for using that language, regardless of it for being for educational purposes.
No, I hear you.
That's it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but they definitely have a policy that goes with the using of devices, but while on school time, the mother felt like there should be a whistleblower provision, meaning like if you witness something,
I agree.
it should be something where like, oh, you witness something, you use your phone to record it, and it shouldn't be an issue. That's what the mother of the.
I agree. I believe that goes both ways though. That goes child and administration.
And the mother also feels like their policy should be amended and changed, but no, he messed up. He ended up quitting, but I don't think it would have been an issue if it was if I think the fact that they used the device and it was posted to social media it was posted before school officials, like the school officials basically found out probably through social media that this situation occurred. And that probably played a role in it too. It's like,
yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure that played a part in it.
They probably felt like they could have handled the situation. Who knows who
and
was
it was
to say?
And it was recorded on school ground. So
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Her posting it on social media, I think, played a bigger part than anything.
But I don't know why the person quit though. Like,
because Devin, I'm pretty sure he's getting death threats and getting all this stuff. And
how can he come back after?
Right.
How can said teacher come back after that? It's all over the world. Other people's gonna be looking at this teacher crazy at the school, right. And most people. I'm not saying he used the word or she. Or was it he? You heard the voice, but I mean, he used the word, but how most people probably gonna perceive him as a racist. I don't know if y'all perceive him as a racist, but a majority of people that's just gonna see the clip is gonna perceive him as a racist. So it's like, how can he come back from that?
Yeah, and again, that's why it goes back to being conscious of what you're saying, because perception is a motherfucker.
That is true.
And a lot of times when you do or say things, it's hard to break people's perception of you, or they get the wrong perception based on one isolated incident. Mm-hmm. And so got to be mindful.
Well, they didn't reveal the identity of the teacher. Maybe in the next couple of weeks, months, the identity will be revealed.
I'm not a sympathizer though. I root for everybody that's black.
I want to say, was the student that recorded was black?
I'm not even sure. But it sounds good though. It sounded good.
With that being said, let's get into the next topic. Okay, this is an interesting topic. So Bad Baby found those. Do you think is an issue if your significant other was subscribed to OnlyFans, like had an OnlyFans and was subscribed to these other OnlyFans models? And also on that same token, you find out, would you want these OnlyFans models to reveal that their significant other was subscribed to them?
My whole thing with OnlyFans, I think, is weird to pay for sexual content.
Then you're saying all strippers should lose their jobs.
Something I don't pay for though. Again,
But you don't pay for it, but a lot.
That's what I'm saying. I'm only giving my opinion on that industry. To me, I think it's weird to pay for that. No real sexual contact. The stripper thing is more realistic than OnlyFans. There's literally no physical contact. Somebody's making a video that's shared amongst millions, and you're paying for it to see people pleasure themselves sexually or whatever goes on OnlyFans.
Well, that's for the people that do the sexual stuff. Not everybody does sexual
right.
stuff.
And everybody don't do. OnlyFans has gotten the rep of the sexual, but OnlyFans wasn't created for that. But I'm speaking this because she has to be talking about that type of content.
Mm-hmm.
She's not talking about anything else. But however, she is a OnlyFans person.
Who?
Bhad Bhabie. She has OnlyFans.
True.
Remember, she just not too long ago. Remember, she just broke the internet when she
made millions of dollars off OnlyFans.
Yeah, and like a one day or 2 days because of her account, and she was saying niggas is weird because she was, she just reached 18. Niggas waited till she was 18. Like this was just the end of last year of 2022. So for me, in her case, you can't be selling salacious content and then be upset that your boyfriend is buying salacious content.
I thought it was somebody else thinking that. I thought it was somebody else boyfriend's watching her OnlyFans.
No, you talking about the stepdad. You talking about the stepdad watching. That's another story. Whereas a girl, she found out her stepfather was
subscribed to her OnlyFans. That's crazy.
That recently happened too.
That's crazy.
I'm currently backing out
that situation's that one's a little.
Yeah, I don't know if we even shared that, but I saw that. I don't know where I saw that at.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even hear about that. I'm hearing that about from Yana, so I didn't even hear about that. So
yeah, a young lady who has an OnlyFans account, and her stepfather has been in her life like since she was like 11 or 12. Is subscribed to her OnlyFans content. Like is he
like outright subscribe with his profile pic?
Yeah, I don't know if he like just like I'm supporting my baby girl regardless of what.
But where's the Bad Bunny? Where's the Bad Bunny one that y'all talking about in the group chat?
I don't know where Johnny got that from.
It was on Shade Room. I think I forgot to send it to the chat, but it's on Shade Room.
Because that's what I'm thinking of, the one like that. Because
that one I ain't see. The one y'all talking about I ain't see. The one y'all talking about, I definitely.
I don't know where I saw the one with the father.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused on.
Yeah, her boyfriend his name is Levon. Well, former boyfriend. Because I'm looking at it on TMZ.
Let me see, and it says.
I'm looking up the story.
They're talking about the Bhad Bhabie one or the other one?
No, I don't know where that story is about the dad. I don't know where I saw that one at. I just know I saw that about the young lady and her stepfather. The Bhad Bhabie one, though.
A quick Google where it'll pop up in a quick Google.
I'm looking for the Bhad Bhabie, Bhad Bhabie, whatever she calls it.
Oh, yeah, right here, boom. Shade Room, I'll send it to you.
Share it to the ASO.
Yeah, just sent it 5 days ago. Please respond. I recently found out my boyfriend of 3 years has been using OnlyFans. He tried telling me it was only once, but I don't believe him. Can you tell me when his first he first subscribed to you, please tell him.
So-
See, this
for
is
the
a
Birkin.
girl talking to her, and that's what she said. Tell him thanks for the Birkin. This is a girl talking to her.
Oh,
Nah.
I thought I read that wrong.
So John completely fucked up the story.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Her boyfriend is subscribed to his.
To her.
Yeah, to Bhad Bhabie.
Right.
I read that
that's
wrong.
That's why she's saying thank you for the Birkin, because he's just been subscribed to her shit.
Okay.
Because the girl went on live.
You gave us the story wrong.
Because the girl went on
I read
live.
the story wrong. I apologize. I read
So the girl went on live and was asking Bhad Bhabie why is her boyfriend subscribed to her OnlyFans channel, and people was commenting like, why are you asking her?
Right.
She makes the OnlyFans.
Right.
This is how she makes her money.
The two questions
Why
still
don't you
apply.
go ask him?
You heard the story I read the story wrong, but the two questions I asked still apply. So is it an issue for your significant other to be subscribed to an OnlyFans?
I think it is. I think it's weird. I've said this, and again, I'm not even just OnlyFans. I think it's weird for anybody to pay for salacious content. Period. I think it's
definitely
weird.
read the story wrong. Goddamn.
Like I said, I'll never go to see a stripper. I'm not. To me, it makes no sense. Call me cheap, call me whatever, but to me, it makes no sense to pay for salacious content. You go to a stripper, they dance on you, you pay all these bills. That don't make no sense to me.
But we talked about
but see, no, it's crazy. I don't think Bhad Bhabie caught it, but either way, I think the girl is like in the mix because Bhad Bhabie is young and she probably trying to find out like it was her boyfriend when she turned 18. One of the ones that jumped on the OnlyFans subscription, like, oh, she 18. Oh, subscribe. I think that's more of the deeper aspect of this question. Like,
that's why she asked him when did he subscribe, because if he subscribed the day that you hit 18 and you drop your content, then he looked like a weirdo.
Well,
yeah, so it's like, all right, that's a red flag.
OnlyFans only allow you have to be 18 in order to create content.
Right.
Oh, yeah, but
the whole thing that's behind Bhad Bhabie is she dropped her stuff when she was 18, and it went crazy. The internet went crazy because of that, and it just gives the assumption that these creepy guys were already checking her out, but it wasn't legal yet. She wasn't of legal age, and waited till she was of age.
Hey, Marcus,
to be like, yeah, exactly. To be like, yeah, I'm gonna jump on it now. So it's regardless, like Marcus Houston, you look like a weirdo.
Right.
And maybe she don't want to be with, you know what I'm saying? So that's like rereading it and reading it in the proper context. So I just think, so that's probably why she's like, oh, nah, she probably feel her boyfriend's
Johnny read it wrong. Because I saw this like
I definitely read it wrong.
That's some weirdo shit. And even if you even give the example, the what I said, if you're on OnlyFans, you can't be upset about your partner, to me, subscribing to OnlyFans content.
But can we go back for a second? When we talked about OnlyFans, if you remember, there was a time where we said OnlyFans is a way for you to see the famous people that you see on TV.
That's their
but that's okay, but that's what it is still. Bhad Bhabie's still a star somehow, some way. I mean,
yeah, but Bhad Bhabie only created OnlyFans so she can make her salacious content. That's why she's there.
But so did Black China.
Yes,
and
listen,
that's why we there.
But the only difference is here is the fact of how when she turned 18, I'm waiting for her to be legal.
Exactly.
That aspect of it.
Right.
That's what changes the whole thing. All the other females doing it, they was of age already.
Right.
It wasn't like nobody was waiting for them. Oh, can't wait till she turns 18.
Right.
That
Almost
baby was
like
a prime
niggas
example
like on
of that.
some creepy countdown type shit. She announced it. I'm turning 18. I'm gonna do my OnlyFans. And niggas like, oh shit, she turned 18. Okay, so now I'm good.
But she made like almost like she made a couple million.
Yeah, like
but my problem, y'all missing the fact that it doesn't matter if why is she asking Bhad Bhabie what time did he start? She needs to turn around and ask that nigga.
No, she's asking based on for clarity
For
because
the creep
she's
status.
trying, yeah, the creep status. She's trying to.
She can go on his OnlyFans and check what day he started watching or he started subscribing to that.
I wouldn't know. Like that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know the aspects of that, and
it's like
I
any
doubt he'll allow her to
subscription.
see that. How's she gonna force him to show it? For her to ask means
Word, bro,
he's not getting access.
bro probably deleted his shit. Like,
No offense, if she has to ask this girl, then the relationship has been over.
oh, yeah,
At that point,
done.
you don't need to know nothing else.
Yeah.
The relationship is over.
I understand that, but I just think it's just the whole fact is just that
it doesn't matter what age he started watching Bhad Bhabie.
No, because because the thing is, maybe she don't really have an issue with him being on OnlyFans. It just, she might have an issue with like, bro, you follow Bhad Bhabie, and I know she just hit 18. So when did you decide to?
But she's 20 years old.
No, I'm saying so.
exactly.
She's
How
young.
long have you been subscribed to her?
So
OnlyFans?
exactly, she's trying to. She might not really have a issue with OnlyFans. The issue might be on some predator type stuff. What are you into? Because we know she just dropped her page, and she just became of age. So I'm trying to check your temperature of like when you started, subscribing to this content. Because if you just saw,
So if Bhad Bhabie says a month ago and she's 20 years old now,
there's no issue.
It changes the dynamic.
I just think that is the dynamic of everyone seeing her before she was like she became famous before the age of 18. She had the Dr. Phil stuff and then started doing the music. She had a lot of things like she was public figure before the age of 18. Like people knew who Bhad Bhabie was before the age of 18, and just the fact that when she announced that her OnlyFans was happening when she just turned 18, and her 18th birthday, she officially made the OnlyFans, and the shit went crazy.
Yeah, because to me, I think it's just her asking her. It seems like OnlyFans ain't really the issue. It's more of you're following Bhad Bhabie who just recently turned.
It's more of
legal age.
Specific model.
Yeah, exactly. It's more specific to her because if you have a problem with your man being on OnlyFans, then all the questions you don't even have. You got okay. You shouldn't be subscribing to this shit. I think that's weird that you're doing that. I'm done. Bhad Bhabie. I don't know who else. Black China.
But see, I don't think it has anything to do with age. She said, my boyfriend of 3 years have been using OnlyFans. He tried telling me it was only once, but I don't believe him. She wants to know how many times he's been on there, not what age.
You can tell how many times you log in?
Yeah.
But how would Bhad Bhabie be able to
Because every time you log in.
But key word, boyfriend of 3 years. Bhad Bhabie 3 years ago.
Yeah, but Johnny is saying she's saying he tried telling me it was only once. I don't believe him. Can you tell me when he first subscribed to you, please? So this way she can know if it was more than once.
Yeah,
it has nothing.
If he prescribed, I mean, if she's been her boyfriend for 3 years, he said he only been there once. She know he's subscribed to her. That's all she need to know. She don't need to know when he started subscribing to her. Because she knows he's
already way still subscribed to her.
Yeah,
so
you could you could pay for photos, videos separately, or a monthly membership. So I can go on there, watch one video, pay for that content, or I could get a monthly subscription. So he's saying he only did it once, meaning he's trying to tell her only read the video once.
Yeah.
She's trying to ask if this is a monthly subscription.
I don't know if she's asking that. Bhad Bhabie OnlyFans.
It is because she said it did. I don't believe him. He said he only used it once.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If that's the case, then you have no even conversation anyway, because if you see that he's subscribed, then you know there's more to that. So you just be done with him.
Yeah, I just Googled her shit. Her shit, I don't know what it was at that time, but at this current moment, she only has one subscription that's $23.99 per month.
See, but we don't know if that was what it was.
I don't know if that was.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't know if she had different things, but at this current moment, it was $23.99 per month.
Because I looked up how OnlyFans work. and
Yeah,
it
ain't no
says a
telling
platform and an
Wait.
app created in 2006 where people can pay for contact photos, videos, and live streams, or via monthly membership.
Yeah, ain't no telling what Buddy asked for or did at that particular time and shit.
Right.
But yeah,
They
that's
been
the whole thing.
But again, they've been together 3 years, probably the amount of time that Bhad Bhabie.
I just don't think you don't fucking go ask the female. I personally would never fucking ask her. If I don't believe shit you say, I ain't gonna go ask the bitch.
There's no
Because now she posted you and now you look stupid.
There's no conversation.
Well, she posted her, but she didn't post her. She blurred her
No, she said
out.
thank you.
No,
but
she
said,
Bad Bunny posted her. The Shade Room didn't have rights to post the girl, so they had to blur her out.
Oh,
she
posted.
But that's what I was saying to y'all, that the story y'all was saying, I didn't know that story because this story I followed.
No, I just read the story wrong. I had the right ingredients. I just gave it to y'all. That's the issue.
Nothing changes. If your niggas on OnlyFans,
But yeah, either way,
like
the question still doesn't change. The question I still ask is
that nigga shouldn't be there. Period.
That's why I married the perfect person. People,
I'm not gonna lie.
She ain't gonna pay for OnlyFans.
That shit's no longer on her page.
No, I think she had to take it down because her and the girl was going like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
And her team probably told her to take that shit down. It ain't a good look.
Yeah, because it's not like the girl went at her. She just asked the honest, innocent question.
She did go at her, Johnny. You don't ask the female. That's not the bitch you laying with.
No, he said she didn't go at her like almost like attacking her.
It doesn't matter. It is attacking. It is attacking. It does. The question is not to me. The question is to that nigga you laying next to that has a relationship with you, not the bitch who has the OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's true. But again, the girl's intent is not like, bitch, it's my man, Molly. She not coming at her wrong. So Bhad Bhabie probably only took it down because she said thank you for the Birkin, and then people looking at this girl like, oh, like some lame duck, like she hurt, and so Bhad Bhabie doing that is like, oh, you picking on this girl, and her team probably told her, yeah, take that.
I looked at it like the opposite.
It don't look good for you.
I looked at it the opposite way. I looked at it like you were lame for asking the bitch. Ask that nigga.
All that's true, but again, you're a professional, you're a star or somewhat of a entertainer. You got to keep some type of image.
Well,
and I'm pretty sure her team probably told her like, don't look good on your part.
No,
like, she's not.
It looked like she's not
coming at you. Yeah, she's not coming at you wrong. She's not attacking you. She's coming at you like a lame duck, just trying to ask you for help. But if your niggas on social, or nigga or girl, whatever they prescribe to, if you don't like your person being on that type of stuff, then they shouldn't be on it. That's just what it is. Me personally, I don't believe in paying for shit like that. That's just weirdo shit to me. That's my opinion. A lot of people might not agree. People be paying for feet pictures and shit. All different type of shit. And to each his own, I ain't gonna knock nobody's hustle. I just personally ain't paying for no damn strippers. Makes no sense to me. Paying for a video makes no sense to me.
I'll make you a video for free.
Exactly. My point exactly.
Oh,
my point exactly.
Yeah, you're a married man. There's millions and millions of single men out in this world. So
like Johnny had an OnlyFans that he subscribed to.
No, you wanted
Black
to
China.
subscribe to Black China. I never did it.
He subscribed to Black China's channel.
Didn't. That's not true.
Because Johnny's a lonely man who needs.
We was talking about that on the pod. And for research purposes, Bree wanted me to subscribe to that. I never.
And he did, and he hasn't deleted his subscription. Now I heard she's all holy now, so you might want to go to Bad Bunny page. I mean, Bhad Bhabie's page.
She on that preacher scripture now.
Yeah.
I have no. It's funny. It's funny. At the time, Bree wanted me to do it. I think she was doing like a free couple, like a free week or a free couple of days. At the time, Bree wanted me to do it, but I didn't do it.
That got their own shit too, but ain't nobody paying for that.
We do.
You said who?
We know somebody.
Who we know?
You said
do it again.
Is that you and Bree? We as a collective?
Oh shit, we know somebody too.
Oh shit, so that's
Wait,
two people.
Who you did?
Huh?
Wait, go
I
back.
don't know what
That's
that
two
was
people,
because
see?
that don't even make the example I did don't make sense. But somebody that you professionally,
She dated Kevin?
no, I said professionally,
Oh.
professional relationship. You
have a professional relationship with this person, and that person has one, and then Dev knows another person that I actually happen to know
yeah,
too.
we all know from collegiate days.
I said it. Kevin's ex-girlfriend.
No, I ain't say nobody.
Oh.
But yes. But I ain't say nobody.
I ain't say nobody. But Dev is talking about two different people right now. I have knowledge of one.
Oh yeah.
supposedly,
But that's a couple.
Yeah, I'm
OnlyFans.
just saying that is, but we know people that have.
Yeah, that shit nasty.
Yeah, you can't
That's
knock
I
mean,
it
the
till
video-
you
all I
get
was
it right.
I was just making an example of people. We know people that has it.
Yeah, the only thing that's weird about them, they have an OnlyFans for just nasty shit, and then they have an OnlyFans for family shit.
Ain't nobody paying for that family shit.
Nobody.
You never
probably
know,
pays for that.
man. People be paying for whatever.
That's nasty. But I mean, I
ain't
get it.
trying to pay. Ain't nobody paying for you to watch you play Legos with your damn kids.
So you may not do it, but someone on this planet might.
I wouldn't even want to
Weirdo.
put. I wouldn't want to put my kids on OnlyFans. But listen, Johnny, you fucked up the story. Thank God I came to save the day.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
No, I did. I told you. I gave you the right ingredients. The question that I posed was still a good question. I still posed a good question, but I just told
John, before we move on, if you find a young lady that you like, and you find out that she has an OnlyFans, would that be a deal breaker?
I don't know.
It wasn't initially talked about. You didn't ask the right questions to get you to that.
So yeah, you saying basically I find out after the fact.
You find out after the fact you like her or whatever, y'all going smoothly, but she busting it open on OnlyFans. Busting open for a real one by herself, not with nobody.
Listen, I'm not gonna knock her hustle. It is a little crazy, but if it's by herself and she's doing her own thing, that's fine. But she out here for porn starring it, that's a whole different conversation. Right. In my opinion, everybody's entitled. You like who you like, love who you love. But
John, that wouldn't be a deal breaker.
I don't know. I think now. But then you gotta think about it. It depends on how big her OnlyFans is, and then you end up going to a store and someone recognizes
I don't know.
For that.
Should that matter?
What?
She's on there. How big the person is. That shouldn't matter.
No, I'm saying I mean, the fact that she's on it, she's on it. It is what it is. I'm saying, but the fact that of her being recognized, you go to fucking Walmart or something. Somebody looking at y'all crazy, like, yo, who the fuck is? Why is motherfucker?
Yeah, but to me that shouldn't matter because they're on there. Again, you own OnlyFans to build up.
Yeah, no, but that's what I said.
Content anyway.
No, but that was my point because it could be big or small. If she has 10 subscribers, the world could be small enough that one of her 10 subscribers be the one motherfucker that see you at Walmart.
The Moxie. Yeah.
So one of her 10 subscribers could be the one to see you at Walmart. And
right.
No.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So regardless if she has 10 or 200, it don't matter. It shouldn't matter.
Shit, you know why it should matter? You know why, in my opinion, it should matter, Dad?
Yeah.
Because if she got 10 subscribers, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be talking to all 10 of them, sending them exclusive content to make sure they pay more. That way she gets extra money. She gets the subscription money.
So John, is it a deal breaker?
You said what?
Is it a deal breaker? Yes or no?
No.
It don't sound like it's a deal breaker. It sounds like something.
I'm saying I'm being as honest as I could be. I don't know. I feel like, again, like you said, this is they doing their own thing, not full porn. So I think it's manageable, in my honest opinion. But don't know till I get there. Everybody
mad at me if I did an OnlyFans page.
Everybody says how they feel, but it's just it's a matter of thing.
Would that have been a deal breaker for you?
Of course. I don't pay for it, so why would I want you on there?
Yeah, but that's understandable. But if Bree's raking in the millions, would that be an issue still?
it'll be an issue for me. And unfortunately, my manhood won't allow me to stand there. So, my manhood would be like, nah, I'm good. Do you, boo-boo. But I'm gonna go over here and do this.
No,
A
but I
tongue
understand
ring.
that.
But he has weird.
No, but I see that point too.
But
like,
he
the point
has
you made,
weird.
I have little weird stereotypes.
Right, like he would have. Remember when I had got my tongue ring in college? He was like, if I would have met you when you still had the tongue ring, I wouldn't have made you my girl.
Would have never dated her, ever.
All right, that's a slightly little different than the conversation we're currently having.
I'm just saying we can't.
She's just speaking about just me.
We can't take
preference.
Right.
Little preferences, little things. Again, I'm not attracted to. So therefore, OnlyFans, knowing that if it's like, yo, if we had a conversation like from the jump, we kicking it, and then because I think it varies. If you just kicking it with somebody and like, you know, y'all get to know each other and they let you know like, hey, this is what I do or whatever, and you choose to explore it because the person is dope and they a vibe, then okay, you maybe be able to get past that. To me, the whole thing is the secrecy where it's like, yo, we kicking it, we get to know each other, and I like you, and we just doing everything. We just like, we lovey-dovey, and then it just hit me one day like, oh yeah, I got this OnlyFans. To me, that's like,
so when you were singing the Usher song, you was lying.
What Usher song?
I Don't Mind.
What the hell is that?
That.
Oh, I don't mind. I just like the song. The song is dope.
Quick question.
I mean, I agree with the words. With that song, I said this nigga Usher tripping.
Yeah, quick question, Dev. It's a two-parter.
Yeah.
This is all in the same line. So basically, say you C2 blows up, boom, we all doing our thing, and Playboy was to ask Bree to do a photo like a cover. Would you still be mad if Bree did a Playboy magazine?
I wouldn't be mad because I would be a part of the decision making of how classy it looks. You
but still Playboy.
Yeah, it don't matter that it's Playboy because I've seen a lot of editorials where Playboy they had people where it was very classy, where it wasn't overly exposed nipple and shit. It was still sexy, but it wasn't vagina lips and like, you know what I'm saying, like open legs and shit like that. So God forbid, and my wife is Playboy worthy, but but if Playboy was to come, I would be a part of the conversation. Me and my wife will be having that conversation together. Okay, Playboy, what is it looking like? You get what I'm saying?
That's the first part of the question. Second part, we see it's same thing. C2 blows up, boom. Shit, we started doing shows, TV shows, movies. Bree does a couple of movies, and one movie asks her to do like a straight sex, and would that be an issue?
Yo, I always say this. It's weird to me, bro. It's weird to see your partner. Like, I just watched that show, Swarm, with Chloe Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know her and Idris, or whatever his buddy name is from Power. Yeah, Idris. They're not really having sex, and I heard them talk about there's something between them.
But she don't got a boyfriend.
No, I'm just saying. But as her boyfriend, or even his girlfriend, it would be weird to see like they'll make it look so.
I'm gonna give you another example. The Duvall, the one that he has his wife with the 4 sons.
Yeah, right.
That he be having like these crazy sex scenes.
Raunchy. Yeah, it look super raunchy. It look real.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that takes some time to get comfortable with.
Right.
And so I can't say I'm just like, oh yeah, good job, baby, on the scene. If that's your career, then yes, I'm gonna have to accept it. But it's gonna take some time to get used to seeing that. I'm pretty sure for anybody that has a person or a partner that works in the entertainment or like an actor or whatever, and they do stuff like that, you're not initially comfortable with that. You grow.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Some type of. I'm just saying. Initially, no, I would not be comfortable with it. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be comfortable with it. No, I wouldn't be.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to movies, there's different types of sex scenes. There's
You
the
wouldn't be able to do that shit.
surfboard thing, and you got, Billy Bob Thornton and Halle Berry on
Word, that's what I'm
Monster
saying.
Ball.
Like, yo, Ron,
He
let's say
wouldn't-
she raunchy.
Levels to
I'm
it.
telling y'all right now. I'm telling
Look,
all
I'm
ASO.
a
Hold
little
on.
bit, yo, I'm a
Hold on.
little bit of a prude. I wouldn't be. It'd be hard for me to get through stuff.
I'm
like
just
that.
telling ASO right now. He wouldn't be able to do that shit even after I get comfortable. That's a deal
What you mean?
breaker. You wouldn't be able to do fuck scenes.
Oh, you wouldn't be able to watch me do stuff.
You
like that.
wouldn't.
Oh,
I
I
won't-
can't. You won't allow me to
I
do stuff
won't
like
allow
that.
you.
Okay, got it.
There has to be a fine print right here. Megan Good did it where she said no, she wasn't kissing nobody, she wasn't doing those type of scenes, and you can tell because from Think Like a Man, we didn't see her really kiss that guy. There was really no fucking scenes, and she usually do that.
No.
And that's because she was married to the pastor at that time.
And that's what I'm saying. You said limits. Like
Right.
she kissed, but she wasn't doing the raunchy sex
Right.
stuff.
So you won't be able to do raunchy
Because
shit.
even with like in that she had when Chris Brown was on there, they had the aftermath where
Right.
she just like with the blanket,
Right.
But it wasn't like the actual act.
It's just they build it up like it
Yeah,
happened.
they build it up. You know it happened, and you see the aftermath of them like, oh, hair messed up, whole blankets and sheets crumbled up. I can't really watch that, bro. I'm just be honest with you. I can't really watch that. Let's move on. We've been here a while.
This one was an interesting one.
Back to back.
Yeah, the other one was more like agrees to disagrees. This one is just like more like personal preference. We're letting our personal into it, but we're gonna keep it relationship. Gabrielle Union talks about splitting bills 50-50, and it didn't get as you would think like the positive. It didn't get as much positive feedback. You would think, there's people that have some type of pushback with her revealing this information. Obviously, Gabrielle Union's been famous majority of our lives doing movies, so she's made a healthy living
Yes.
throughout our lifetime. And obviously, Ray played in the NBA. So, like, they both have a good amount of money, and they decide to go 50-50. Do you think there's an issue with the 50-50? Or it's fine if they go 50-50.
It's only issue with the broke bitches because now they realize a person with money is going 50-50. Now they broke asses gonna have to go 50-50.
Facts.
I'm just speaking my truth here. Me and my husband, we do 50-50, and that's because it's just it works.
Honestly, it ain't even 50-50. It just we do what's needed. Like,
but that's 50-50.
No, because 50-50 is even split.
Yeah, we don't have to orchestrate it. We
don't do every bill is even split. We be like, you got this one, I got this one. We gonna split this one. We got this, you got that. Like, so it's like it's we're doing it together. It ain't just like, yo, the bills for this month is $5,000. You paying 25, I'm paying 25.
Right.
We go, I'm gonna get this one. You got that one. We both gonna get this.
Right.
So, like you said, all these bitches who live in this false reality of I ain't splitting no bills with no nigga. Somebody of Gabrielle Union's wealth, it's like, yeah, me and my husband, we go 50-50. Now, her previous husband, she was the breadwinner.
He was broke.
And he wasn't
broke. He just wasn't making Gabrielle.
Yeah, he wasn't making the money that she was making. And so now she is with a person. I don't know who make more money, but they both are separately well
they
off.
both are entities by themselves, money wise.
Yeah, exactly.
Good
they can definitely. I'm pretty sure if one of them was to struggle, the other one can hold it down. And so to know that wealthy people or rich people are like, yeah, we do this shit together because it's a marriage. We are partners. So it's not like, oh, he or she got to pay the bills. No, we do it together. And I usually don't agree with shit Gabrielle and Dwayne Wade say. But again, it's just eye-opening for these people that live in this false reality and this fairy tale world of what their marriage and what their relationship should be. And
but this is ASO, so let's be really honest. At some point in your relationship or in your marriage, at some point it's gonna be 70 30.
Roles reverse all the time.
Sometimes it's gonna be 40.
Right.
40,
60.
60.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's gonna be 50-50.
Right.
Sometimes it's gonna be 100-0.
Right.
Right? And at some point you need to look at yourself and be like, are we at a point where if it's 100-0, we can stay afloat and still
I'm
live?
okay with doing this.
Right. It's the 50-50 thing works for Gabrielle Union and D Wade because again, they at this statue, I'm pretty sure J and B probably split their bills down the fucking middle and we don't even fucking know it because it makes sense. It's like, yo, we can do this, or I can treat you 1 month and I can pay the bills, and then the next month you pay the bills, and we don't know how these
they probably like, you
work.
pay for that property, I'm gonna pay for this property.
Right. But it makes sense. And so for people to backlash Gabrielle Union, I don't really like her anymore, but for them to backlash because she says she splits the bills equally with her husband just shows that, yo, they're at a level where there's an understanding that, yo, you don't have to do this alone.
Right.
We both got money where we can do this together and hold down the fort together.
And that's something
and
to be prideful of. Right. Whereas, like, we live this lavish life and we both can take care of each other.
Right.
I got you, you got me.
We don't live this lavish lifestyle and we do that.
Exactly. But that comes with a true partnership, and they are married. And in marriage, you're supposed to have that. Right. Whereas it's not, again, their situation may be 50-50 right now. Right. That probably was, again, her previous marriage wasn't that. And I'm pretty sure D Wade probably had a situation where his wasn't that. Our marriage, there been times where it's been 50-50, 60-40. She's been 100 to my 0. I've been 100 to her 0.
That's so true.
Like, it goes through cycles. This is a fucking real life. And if you're in a marriage and truly in a marriage for the long run, it's gonna happen.
And those women who are backlashing her, Johnny, you know, Devin used to say something really funny to me, right? Mm-hmm. He was like, at the job you are right now, if I was to get sick and I couldn't take care of the household, would you be able to carry the weight of the whole household? And I remember saying, like, damn, no, I wouldn't. Like, at the time he was asking me that, I would be like, nah, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to, if God forbid something happened to my husband, like, I wouldn't be able to take on the weight of carrying the household, right? And it wasn't until I said that to myself where something financially, like, clicked. And I was like, okay, financially, I need to change some shit, because if I can't fucking hold it down while he's sick, this shit's gonna go into flames. Mm-hmm. And I think the women who are now like having that backlash at Gabrielle Union kind of needs to sit down and think that of their significant other. God forbid he couldn't do it. Would I be able to take it on and flourish and still live the lifestyle we live?
So yeah, I found with the 50-50, a good portion, there's amount of people that wasn't fine with the 50-50.
Are you fine? Would you want a girl to go 50-50 with you, John?
I think I'll be fine with that. 50-50.
Or would you want to be the breadwinner?
John, could you be with a woman that makes more money than you?
I could. I think I could, but I think the issue is for the most part, shit. on the woman's side, no woman wants to be with a man when she's the majority breadwinner.
I'm not gonna subscribe to that stereotype. I know there's many cases like that, but I can't say I'm not a woman, but I can't say that's the case for every woman.
I understand that, but we can use the same woman that created this conversation as an example. She felt she made more money.
Yeah, but I think that's again, everybody's different. I think that's true. Specific to her situation. I'm pretty sure there is a lot of marriages and relationships where the wife makes more money, but the man is still contributing to make sure that family or financially, without him, regardless if she making $200,000 a month and he's making $75,000, everybody's contributions is appreciated.
Would you be ashamed to say that?
I understand that, but that's a big gap.
and this is to both of y'all. Would y'all be ashamed to say a woman makes more than you?
Me personally, I wouldn't be if you made some extensive amount more than me. I wouldn't feel any lesser, because to me, I look at that as, if we a partner, and again, people got to get past their ego. If we a partner,
still doing your part is not an issue.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I could be comfortable with, I do my part, and ultimately, what's yours is mine. So I'm going to be using the extra income to get me closer to where I want to be.
Right.
The same way, if the man makes more money, I don't believe in a stay-at-home, and that's my whole self. That's my own belief. I don't believe in a stay-at-home wife. I believe if I'm making all this money, you need to figure out a way to make us more money. You need to figure out a way to make us more financially stable.
Shit, you gonna get a lot of backlash for that shit. It
is what it is. And if that's the dynamic that works for your family, that's cool too. I'm not saying that's not cool, because if that's what works for your marriage, then that's all good. That's all I'm saying. Whatever works for your marriage or your partnership, then that's cool. The woman make more, the man make more. I'm pretty sure there's stay-at-home moms, there's stay-at-home dads. There's all these different relationship dynamics. As long as it works for your partnership and your marriage, then that's cool with me too.
Yeah.
What works for me and mine, what works for me and my wife might not work for everybody.
That's true. That is definitely true. But like I said,
Gabrielle first situation didn't work for her. Her current situation works for her, and that's cool.
Yeah, but also with the current situation, the financial gap isn't as wide as it was in her previous situation.
Definitely not. It's definitely not.
But
again, that's only true to her
situation.
Yeah, but that's only true to her. We can't say that's always the case.
No, that's
and
true.
I don't want to stereotype women and say, a woman only want a nigga that make more money than her.
No, it's crazy. Was it last week? The whole bus driver situation, the bus owner situation is another situation that applies to this.
It does.
To me, it's not the same thing though, because she's talking more about aspiring for more. It's not about.
Yeah, but she's also talking about, I'm not. See, if your pockets are this, then I can't be with this.
You can aspire, but as long as you're aspiring, you still got more, because she still wants the financial security from her man.
Yeah, exactly. But she wants the financial security, but she's there while you're not making it. She's there in the process of you trying to get there.
But I understand what they're saying. You're not trying to generalize, but
that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to generalize nobody, because then we'll say, if a nigga be like, if I'm making money, then my wife, she gotta be at home having my kids, all that shit. That's another general. Yeah, so, and it's people that think that way, but I don't want to put that tag on everybody. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to generalize people and shit. Although I'm sure there's a lot of people that might think either or, but I ain't gonna generalize, say every woman who makes a certain amount of money or make more money be like, yeah, he making less than me. Nah, I can't fuck with him.
Man. Whew, some interesting topics. Whew, we had some, lengthy conversation up these topics.
Good conversation.
Well, let's get to our good old shit. Me and Dad talk about the aliens and the zombies and the iRobots that's gonna be running us in the future. And we talk about the craziness of AI technology. Now, iPhone, with 15 minutes of training, can duplicate your voice. So if someone was to hack your phone and their phone was, let's say, prepared to duplicate your voice, now they can run rampant with your phone and go crazy, because they'll be talking to people as if they was you.
Again, we ain't gonna spend too much time on this. This just continues of the AI conversations we've been having the last 2 months.
Yeah.
It just continues on. World we live in is fucking dangerous and crazy, and it's only gonna get crazier. And it's just another example of that.
Definitely is. new trailer alert. The new color purple. Y'all love the trailer. You love that they're doing a remake. Overall thoughts.
Well, see, initially I wasn't with it because I thought they were remaking the movie, but they're actually focusing more on the Broadway, and the cast based on the Broadway is fucking beautiful, and so I'm excited. I think it's gonna be great with the cast. With the cast that they have, they got my girl Tasty from Orange Is the New Black in there.
Yeah, I seen her.
They
got her in there. They got Haley. They got fucking Fantasia.
They got Tahaji P.
They got Taraji. They got a dope cast. And again, I ain't never even seen the Broadway. I might have to go see the Broadway.
They don't have it no more.
Oh, it's no more? Okay.
Oh, damn.
Well, then I definitely got to go see the movie because I can't go see the Broadway. Because if they was gonna make the long ass original color purple, I wouldn't go see it. I barely can watch the first. But because it's gonna be a music focused.
And I heard, and I was looking at online. A lot of the music was written by her. So I am super excited.
Yeah, that's dope.
To see what she gonna bring.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fire.
So I'm so excited. This is about
beautiful cast, though. Beautiful cast.
Well, okay. Keeping it in movies. Some set photos, I won't say leaked, have came out. You're talking about movies being remade. Good Burger, seeing Cal in the costume, Keenan, they working.
Why he look like that? Why he look like he a dead zombie?
Yo, that nigga look like an auntie.
It's a little older, man. It's a little older.
This is stupid, and I don't want to watch it. I don't, and I know we're gonna end up watching it because we have to for the pod, but I really don't fucking want to watch this shit. I'm telling you right now, if I can opt out and you guys can watch it and talk about it, that's cool. But I know I can't. But I don't want to watch this shit.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be bad, and it just shows me it's gonna be bad. I said it was gonna be bad. His face with all his makeup, he got the razor bumps trying to hide it. This shit looks horrible. He looks horrible. He looked like two of my aunts. I know. I almost got in trouble because I was about to tag the two of my aunties in a photo on Facebook. Like, yo, this looked like so and so, but I didn't. I refrained because I don't want to get cursed out by nobody today.
But Keenan actually looks.
Keenan looks like Keenan. Keenan been looking like Keenan for the longest. Like, Keenan really hasn't aged, and KO hasn't aged until this. You see Kale just being Kale. He has, the nice little mustache, beard.
Yeah, why couldn't they just give him that?
Yeah, exactly. Have him grow up. They shaved his face. He got the raper man face, man. He looked bad. He looked bad, and I'm not excited about this.
It's gonna look better in the movie.
Oh, no, John, right? Of course, it's gonna look better, but John, like you said, this is going to be 20 plus years later. Yeah. He should have matured as I know he's still, goofy or whatever, but make him look more chill. Don't try and make him look like 16-year-old Good Burger character and shit. What was his name in Good Burger? What was his name? No, he wasn't Kale in Good Burger.
He was Kale.
Did he have a name?
No, he didn't.
It was Kale.
No, it wasn't Kale.
It wasn't Kale, baby. His name wasn't Kale in Good Burger.
You sure about that?
I'm sure his name wasn't Kale.
His name was Ed.
Ed, yeah, right, Ed. So they could have made Ed mature some. Like, at least give him a mustache.
Mm-hmm.
He look crazy, bro. I'm not excited about this.
Fuck this shit.
I'm not excited. I hope this don't go to the movies. I hope it goes straight to streaming. Give me Hulu. Give me Hulu with ads, though.
Hulu with ads. That's hilarious. But speaking of streaming services, Netflix plans on charging for password sharing.
Didn't we talk about this before?
Well, yeah, we didn't know what the particulars were.
They were trying to shut shit down, but now it's like, all right, you're going to have to pay your $30 a month subscription, and you want to share your password, an extra $8. So good
You
idea,
can't
bad
tell me
idea.
who the fuck I can share my password with.
But how you gonna tell me that ain't me over there? Like, how you know I can't be in Roosevelt Island and the Bronx at the same time?
Technology.
Like, bro, how you gonna tell me I ain't traveling back and forth? Don't be clocking my usage. Fuck out of here. They try to charge a nigga $30 a month for Netflix. Netflix don't even have content ain't even that good.
Well, now they have
And do Netflix even have live TV yet?
No.
Yeah, see, bro, they gotta step it up. Everybody else got live.
Chris Rock's stand-up was live. That was like the first live shit they did.
Before they start trying to charge niggas $30, they gotta put the live TV and the TV channels on that shit. Everybody else that's charging shit like that, they all got the live TV. Netflix gotta step. They gotta step up what they giving before they start starting to hit niggas over the head.
Man, but they cracking down. They found another way. Fuck it, we're gonna crack down and make this money.
But again, I get my Netflix through my phone subscription, so I ain't really worried about it. But
yeah, you start sharing that password, they're gonna be asking for that money.
I'm just saying, bro. How they know I'm not in New York and Chicago at the same time?
Fuck. I'm gonna watch this Netflix through my phone. If they try to charge you $7.99, we a married couple.
Yeah, you and Yonkers and shit watching, and then I'm in the Bronx.
Because I just saw that kitty show.
And so that's what I'm saying. You be in the Bronx. I mean, you be in Yonkers. I'm in the Bronx. How you gonna tell me we ain't the same family, bro?
Well, yeah,
and that's a fact. She in Yonkers every day somewhere. Somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure not. I'm in Yonkers.
I'm in the Bronx somewhere.
I think
this nigga,
they're gonna put
cut that
limit.
Shit out. Hey,
man, they ain't gonna
cut that shit
these
out.
large ass cities, ain't nobody worried about your ass.
Cut that shit out.
All I'm saying is John live on John, what's your address?
Good old Roosevelt Island.
That John on the island. Although that shit like
yeah,
2
my
blocks,
shit is much smaller than yours.
Motherfucker wait at the tram to see John. And yo, this is it's a lot smaller than where we
are. Brother look like him. To be honest with you, just in case.
A what head? What was that called in the comment section?
Yeah, you don't know if my co-followers trying to follow me.
I can't even remember.
I don't remember.
He said something.
But what happens is now he wants to follow me. Now you told him I was in Yonkers.
Yeah, but Yonkers is a big ass.
Yonkers is much bigger.
Yo, Yonkers big as hell. Now, right, he more likely go put hands on John than he is to follow you and shit.
I think it was the Season of Yay episode. I'm scrolling through. I'll tell you
he
right.
More likely to pull up on John and be like, yeah, this nigga, he on the island, huh? And piece John up. He was likely, highly more likely to do that and be effective than run into you and Yonkers.
He said some funny shit in the comments, man.
No, he can't met you, John. He called you an airhead or some shit.
Oh man, I think it was the Season of Yay episode.
But again, Keenan,
he called me a scattered brain. We named the episode after I was called it. And the episode, it's funny. The episode where I was called a scattered brain was the Season of Yay, and the episode after that, I named it after the comment.
Yeah, so my nigga Kale don't look good. And so I thought it was gonna be bad before, and this just proves it even more. Next.
Woo! Keeping movies, but we doing a movie review.
Let me get out
White men
can't jump.
Wait, let me take out my notes. So I did take notes during the movie.
Okay.
Just to let you know. Because
Dev liked the movie. I thought it was cool. Dev said you ain't like it, but let's get into it.
How's Dev gonna talk for me?
Jack Harlow, my man Sean from Power. We said his name on OSA. I can't remember his name. But they was both the stars of the movie. What's the order of the movie?
All right, so let's start off my bullet points, okay? The movie seems a little bit more serious this time around than the first movie. So, like in the first movie, we had more jokes. It was more like lighter, even though they were both trying to make money. It was both lighter, right? There was more to me racial jokes in this one than the first one. Like I feel like we was hitting racial jokes every few seconds. Like, calm down, Jack Harlow. The writers for Jack Harlow needed to calm down a little bit. They were just too racial for me.
The Hennessy scene when he pulled up to the cookout.
Oh yeah, to the game with the Henny.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Baby shower or baby party with the Henny.
I didn't like the first opening scenes. His jokes towards,
D-Wade.
Yeah. I feel like it was dragged out. It was dragged out way much more than the first one. I feel like this one was longer than the first one.
It felt long.
Well, it felt long. Yeah. I don't like that they made them professional basketball players. Like, I feel like the original ones, they were just niggas from the hood. Well, Wesley was a nigga from the hood, and the white boy was he was born, like, raised around black people, so it just felt like it was more like just regular people other than hood people. Like, I mean, professional people. I feel like, was nobody else feeling like that? Like, this was more professional. They were trying to become professional basketball players. I didn't like that they made the black guy angry, because Wesley Snipes wasn't angry in the first one.
But I feel like it was more of like his father was sick. That's what it wasn't.
Yeah,
like...
but that's a stereotype. Black men are already put as angry people. So why would you make the black man angry and a fighter, and he just some hood nigga who be fighting?
Well, to the story context, I understand what you're saying, but to the story context, that's what really ended up ruining his chances of going pro was. And
I get that, but it's still, they could have made the white man angry.
It would have been weird. I don't think Jack Harlow would have been able to play an angry white man.
Didn't we talk about this? What's his name? Was Woody Harrelson was angry in the first one.
Yeah, he was always like stressed the fuck out because he owed the.
So they flipped it for this one.
Yeah.
They flipped it.
He was.
Yeah, but no, don't flip it when black men are already.
He was on the run from the bookies and shit. And the first one, Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, he was always angry. I like the black actor in this one. I feel like the Franks did a great job of being the comedic relief. The two friends, I liked them. They were really funny.
Vince Staples and homie that got stabbed up in a BMF.
Oh, I don't know about that, but yeah. And then my last one,
BMF.
No, I didn't.
I said Dev did.
The first one is actually longer than this one, which is crazy. The first one is almost 2 hours. This one is 1:41.
It didn't feel like it. It felt like
no, it didn't. There's a lot of dragged out scenes.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay. So my last point. I didn't like that they didn't really talk about the white man can't jump. Like in the first one, that was the whole movie. Like Woody Harrelson couldn't dunk because he was white. This one, they didn't talk about it at all. At the last scene is when they were like, "Oh, he can't jump." They should have just called it "This white man could play ball."
Well, they kind of inferred that he couldn't jump because he was injured. He had the fucked up knee.
No. Well, Jack Harlow was saying like Jack Harlow made those like, yeah, y'all stereotype white guys because y'all think we can shoot and y'all think we can't really play and all that stuff. Like, but it was never about like his ability to dunk. It was just like y'all stereotype white players to be a certain type of player. And we not that. Overall, though, I enjoyed the movie. I'm not gonna act like I didn't enjoy it. I was surprised with how well Jack portrayed that character. Although I feel like it wasn't a stretch from who Jack Harlow is, which make it easy for him. The one thing I did wanted more of the relationship dynamic, whereas a part of the first one, Rosie Perez. Ultimately, the story was centered around her.
Right.
And everything he was doing was based on her, like what she wanted to do, her be on what she wanted to be on Jeopardy or Price is Right or one of them.
Jeopardy.
Yeah. So the story was centered around her, whereas this story was centered around these two guys who didn't make it to professional ball and stuff. I wanted more of the relationship, like the girls to be more of a key point in the story, whereas they were just like sub characters to the wannabe basketball professionals or whatever. But I like Jack Harlow's character in there.
I like Tiana Taylor in there.
Tiana Taylor is always beautiful. The girl who plays Jack Harlow's girl is beautiful, although she's always paired with white men, because she was in Spider-Man. But she's always black sister, always paired with white men. Vince Staples and the guy who got stabbed up at BMF both play well. My nigga Sling Johnson came there briefly, had a little phony moment. Andrew Schultz came in, had a funny moment. The father, rest in peace to him. No, he recently passed away. And so it's a decent watch. It's not a movie that I wouldn't go back to it. But if it's on TV or somebody's watching it, I will sit down and watch it.
Because I feel like when white men can't, the original one, I'll watch it over and over.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll put it on myself.
Yeah, I definitely.
Well, this one I probably wouldn't watch it again. But if, say, your mother was sitting out here watching it, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to room. I'll sit and watch it with her because I enjoy it. I'll sit and watch it because I actually enjoyed the movie and stuff. And I told you, John, I told y'all yesterday, the basketball choreography in this one isn't as good as the first one. Like how they played together.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
How cool they were, how suave they were on the court together, how dope Wesley was with his moves, how they played together. They didn't have that dynamic.
They didn't have the chemistry that that's Woody Harris and Wesley.
The chemistry isn't the same. And so that's why, and I blame it on Jack's ability to play ball. I don't know about the black dude. I don't know his resume when it comes to hooping, but I know Woody and Wesley can actually play. And so it showed on screen. And then their acting ability and how they bounce off each other did well. So this is definitely a good straight to streaming movie, because it wouldn't be something that you'll want to go see at the movie theaters. But again, I give it again, we doing the shits. How many shits out of 5 or shits out of?
It was shits out of 4.
Shits out of 4. I give it 2 shits, 2.5 shits. And you gave it 1 shit.
I gave it 1 shit. Johnny gonna give it a 3 or 4. Watch this motherfucker.
I'm gonna give it 2 3/4 shit.
2 3/4.
Okay. Johnny, tell us why, because you haven't been able to tell us why.
I enjoyed the movie. I think overall, because what happens is a lot of these movies, like Dad pointed out, he wanted the more of like they had the whole Rosie Perez in the original situation, like that whole situation. A lot of these movies put themselves in the trap of just recreating and doing like following the same story and then doing a little differences. They flipped it. They did a little reversal. They put the right, it's a solid cast. But I enjoyed it. It's a movie I could watch again, It wasn't the greatest movie, but it made me laugh. There was a couple of scenes I was like, oh, shit. I laughed.
Yeah, it had a few moments,
it entertained me.
I wouldn't watch it again, guys. That's just me personally. I didn't like it.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't put it on myself, but if it's on, I'll watch it.
Man, it was a dope movie. And speaking of Tiana Taylor, that movie that y'all said in the chat, I think that movie's officially on Peacock right now.
Yeah, it is. So give us your Peacock so we can watch it.
Yeah.
I gave y'all my Peacock.
I don't have it no more, so we'll talk about that offline.
They're gonna charge. Damn, now they're gonna charge Johnny.
Don't speak that into they ain't Netflix.
Well, yeah, they ain't up on game. That's Netflix. That's Netflix stuff. But we'll conversation. Yeah, that would be a group chat conversation. But yeah, that movie's out on.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw a commercial, a trailer that is on Peacock.
Mm-hmm. But guess with that being said, that's a wrap on this brand new episode of None Shit Opinion Podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Bree, and my guy Dev in the back.
Yo.
And we are out.